Hi, I'm Michael Beardsley, and it's time to tell you about another one of my bad dates.
Tainted love.
So today I'm going to tell you about Miss Negativity. Now you're going to figure out real quick why I call her that. First, where I met her. I met her on Tinder. Yeah, I'm on Tinder just like everyone else. And not the first person I matched with, but the first person that I actually met. So we agreed to meet at a bar that was like a block from her place. I tried to make it as easy as possible. And she's late. And she's like an hour late. Yeah, she called me like about the time she was supposed to be there, and I was already there. Like, oh, can we make it later? Oh, I'm gonna be late. Or, really? What is with these people? I take it as a personal sign of disrespect if you're late. So I'm already like, and I'm looking at people as they come by because I only have like a pretty tight headshot of her. And I'm looking like, oh God, I hope that's not her. I hope that's her. I hope that's her. I hope that's not her. And eventually, I never get to actually see her that way because she calls and I'm outside. So I walk out, I see her. Not impressed. I mean, she's a lot heavier than I expected, which I'm sorry to say that's just not my thing when it comes to dating. And then when she opens her mouth, just negative. I say like, oh, how's your day? And she launches into the story about why she's late and how she had to go to the grocery store and she couldn't get an Uber. They kept canceling on her, which I wish I had done. And then she comes in and goes, "Oh, there's nowhere to sit." It's like, well, there would have been if you got here an hour ago. I'm like, well, do you want to go walk and see if we can find somewhere to sit and talk? Not particularly. Okay, well, I'm going to check the back. Maybe there's a table back there. And I start walking back to the back and thinking she's behind me. I turn around and nope, she's just sitting at the bar there. It's like, oh boy, I already know that this is no interest here. So we sit and we talk, and this is the terrible conversation. It's just like pulling teeth. I mean, I'm just feeling like every minute of it. I'm just like, whenever you start commenting mostly on the movie that's playing on the TV, that's a problem. So as we finish our drinks, I'm like, well, I'm not buying her another drink. I'm not buying myself another drink. I want to leave. So I kind of try to call it. I'm like, well, I don't really feel there's a connection here. So I think maybe should we just call it? And her reaction is just like, I didn't know that. I thought our conversation was good and now you ruined it. Meanwhile, in the conversation, she mentioned her last Tinder date. She didn't hit it off with, but they still had sex. So I think she was using Tinder for the classic original intention to hook up. But, and I'm not against that if there's some sort of connection, attraction, but no way here. It was just the personality, the physicality, nothing. So then she tries to guilt me, saying like, "Oh, I had a hard day, and I was hoping you could at least make me laugh, but you didn't," which proves that we had a different sense of humor because I make people laugh, just not her. It's like when I say like, "Oh yeah, back in the day," and she jumps on me, "We're not that old," and she was a little younger than me also, and stuff like that. She just. Ugh. Then she tries to guilt me, like, "Oh, well, I don't know why you come to these with so much expectations." Like, well, because if I had no expectations, why am I going to buy you a fucking drink? I'm hoping to meet somebody on here. That's the effort I put into it. If it's not, that's cool, but, oh, boy, I have to meet ones like her. Okay, the lesson to learn this week, and I'm sorry if this sounds like a shallow lesson, but make sure that their profile picture is not just close-ups of their face, because you might be unpleasantly surprised. See you after the next bad date.